Hello there. Thank you for tuning in to Kevin and Rick's marketing project. This is the data cleaning and ETL portion.
And I'm Kevin.
We are going to look at how we cleaned up our data from dirty old words to clean numbers. Just going to do a speed run here to save time. But as you can see, we took it and converted it into nice numbers. We are now in the model building section and moving down to the decision tree. We worked our way through this and we were able to achieve an AUC score of 52% in the testing data. And after cross-validation, though, we were able to get that up to 76%, which is still pretty good for analyzing. We can take a look at the confusion matrix up here, and we can see that it's pretty good at notifying what is a no in our model. It's okay at figuring out what is a yes, but there's quite a few errors along the way. And next, moving down to our KNN model, we worked our way through it, and this did not perform as well. The best AUC score that we got was 62%, and that was on our training data. As soon as we moved down to the testing data, that dropped down to 50%, which is unfortunate. And moving on to the logistic regression now.
All right, now when we take a look at our logistic regression model, our Y value is basically our number of visits. And when we still try to compare which model did the best, logistic regression didn't come out so well. Our ROC score was 50%. And even though our model did pretty good and 85% accuracy, it's still just like flipping a coin. All these false positives. Ridiculous. Oh, we're still going. Whoops.
We can edit that out.
So overall, our best model against our data set was our decision tree.
With the highest 8 ROC score that it had.
All right, now that we can go ahead and move on to our questions and get our main business perspectives and questions answered. First off, which email campaign performed the best? Overall, it was the men's. Mostly so, it redirected more visits, led to more conversions, and generated a higher revenue overall. As you can see here, when we analyze our segments against spending, visits, and conversion, men still brought about a little bit higher on the spending values, higher on conversion. And even after comparing segment to visits, the following 2 weeks after the campaign, still gives the same initial values. Going on down to...
Now, if we had to eliminate 10,000 customers from the emailing campaign, which customers would we suppress and why? We use clustering analysis to figure this portion out. We chose 6 clusters from a k-means algorithm and then joined that to the section after normalizing our data. What we found was, in the best analysis of our data, we found that cluster number 2 was the worst group of customers that we've sent emails to. They had an average spending of $169 per person. They did not visit, they were not converted, and they did not spend any money in the past 2 weeks. Their average recency for purchases was over 6 months. And the sample size of this group is a little bit larger than 10,000. It's at 12,401. But nonetheless, this group should be removed.
Now, if we use that same clustering analysis to answer our best 10,000 customers, we can see right here that cluster 0 and cluster 3 would be our best groups to focus our email campaigns to. Also, we can back that up with our pivot table right here with our history and channel segments. Within our channels, our phone group compared to our web group did just barely Within our channels, our web group and our phone group did comparatively great side by side. When we look at our history segments, overall, our phone group is only 100 off by our, not even actually 100 off by our web group. And that just goes to prove that our customers within our $200 and $300 history bracket, or history segment 3, and as well as use a phone channel for purchasing, they should be the groups. They should be the customers that we focus on within our groups of 0 and 3 in our cluster analysis.
All right, and that brings us to our next question for incremental sales per group, and we broke up our data into the people that were converted and the people that were min, and we looked at how much they spent. This group spent $30,000, 311. So we have to get out. Oh.